big old shout out because I seen about, I don't know how many buses I seen from Sunshine Tours out there, but there's a bunch of them. Parked right in the corner. Big shout out to Sunshine Tours and all you folks that came here on the buses. Thank you for coming to see us instead of that stupid Clay Cooper show in Branson. That's just a joke. I played there. What?
West Virginia.
West Virginia.
From where? West by God, Virginia. Okay, I was wondering which one you're from. That clears it up. Why did you say that the first time? Well, we're glad to have y'all. I know these tours make a difference to these theaters. You're able to bring them here and to see people. So I didn't have any idea y'all were coming, but I'm glad you're here because we wouldn't have had very many people if y'all wouldn't have shown up. So I'm really glad. Me and Travis gonna do a song. We got this by request. Somebody, I think Caitlin wanted to hear this song. Y'all grew up in Jacksonville, Texas. Born and raised, Jacksonville, Texas. 1958, July 30th, 1958. My dad was born and raised in Jacksonville, Texas. He was a small town guy, so I grew up small town guy. Dad had never really been many places because if you're from a small town and you've got your friends or neighbors or some family members living there, you don't just up and run all the time. You know, you're trying to figure out how many weeks you get off for your vacation every year. Dad was from Jacksonville. He'd never been out of town much. He graduated from Jacksonville High School, and then we had a little junior college, a small junior college in Jacksonville. He graduated from there, and then went to Texas A&M. Graduated in 1952. Got his diploma and his draft papers just about the same time. Because of his engineering surveying degree, they ended up sending him to the Philippines so he could start locating stuff on maps, mapping stuff out for the Filipinos and for the Americans, we were allies. He fell in love because he really hadn't been around much. He fell in love with a little Filipino lady over there. Ended up being our mom. They got married in Manila, and then about a year after they were married, Dad was still in Manila, and they had my brother Gary. He's 4 years older than me. He was born in Manila. Dad was trying to get back to Jacksonville. That's where he was coming when he was taking Mom with him. So he got out of the Army. They stopped in Dallas, Texas, which is about 100 miles from Jacksonville, just long enough to have my sister on the way back. She was born there, and then they got back to Jacksonville. 3 years later, I was born. My dad's name is Hubert Neal McCoy. My name is Hubert Neal McCoy Jr. So Dad got home where he wanted to be, small towns. And I know a lot of you people that are from small towns, you understand that. He brought Mom with him. Mom, she was 13 when the Japanese occupied Manila. Right after they hit Pearl Harbor, they went to Manila, to the Philippines. Mom saw a lot of death and destruction and martial law, and it was a really tough upbringing on her. She ended up being the second oldest of 18 kids, and she was the female. So she took care of them. Her mom had died, and she basically raised them. So when Dad asked her if she'd marry him, she said yes, because her dream was to get to the United States of America. Just like anybody that's not from the United States of America, as crazy as it is, and goofy as we all are over here with our elections and Congress and different stuff, we are still in the greatest country on earth. And our mom was trying to get here. So she married my dad. And I don't down anybody that's trying to get to the United States, just the way some of them are trying now. But it's a tough thing. If I was somewhere else and I knew what a wonderful world that you could live here in the United States, and I didn't live here, I'd probably try to get here too. It's just the way it is. But Dad and Mom made sure we went to church every Sunday. Because my mom, when she got over here, she always taught us kids right from wrong. She didn't have to do much teaching on my brother Gary. He was pretty squared away, righteous young fella. My sister also. I, on the other hand, pushing the envelope, always just trying to stir it up, not make her earn her mom points. But we went to church every Sunday. She made sure we went to church every Sunday. Not like every other Sunday, or we'll just miss one Sunday. She would just, if I didn't have my butt in the car, she would come find me and whoop me until I got my church clothes on and went to church with me. And that was all. At that time, that's what you did. You were, all right, you got whoopings. I say you did. I got a lot of Barbara and Gary, they never They may never, I guess, deserve one. They were pretty squared away. But they made us go to church every Sunday. And when my mom started whooping you, buddy, you was being whooped. It wasn't like, y'all know now the parents tell their kids, you know, you just wait till your dad gets home. That's what they used to tell some two people. Wait till your dad gets home. I was hoping Dad would come home. Mom is just about to kill me in here. The two things she wanted us kids to know. She wants us to know our God and love our country. And we have done that. Again, it took me a little long to figure out really what was happening. Gary and Barbara were great. Gary did the same thing as my dad. High school, junior college, went to A&M, graduated in 76. He went straight back home to Jacksonville, Texas, became the music director of the church that we grew up in. Got a small choir. And if there's not enough people to sing all the parts in the choir, he just sings solos. And he's the greatest singer in the world. And I've heard a lot of good singers. My sister graduated from Jacksonville High School, little junior college, went to Texas A&M, graduated in 77. Her and her husband lived all over the state of Texas. About 10, 11 years ago, they moved back to Northeast Texas, close to Jacksonville, and my sister became the preacher of the church that we grew up in. So my sister is preaching to a congregation on Sunday mornings of about 50 people, and that's on Easter Sunday. And some of us heathens go. And my brother's leading the choir. We lost our mom and dad. We lost mom probably coming up on 7 years ago, but still 6 years ago, and our dad about 7 years ago. I was supposed to sing. My brother wanted to know if I would sing at the church and sing a song. And I said, Gary, I said, I'd love to. But I could sing in front of thousands of people and have before many. And I could do that much easier than you asking me to sing at mom or dad's service. So I said, no, I'm not going to do it. Because I just know I wouldn't be able to get it out. But Gary sang this song. And when he comes out, I have to beg and plead from the stage, but I get him up and we sing this song together. He's not here to sing, so I'm going to sing the whole thing. And if this isn't your deal, if maybe this could help somebody, maybe somebody needs to hear a message like this, and maybe you don't. And if you don't leave. It'll be over in 3 minutes. Why should I feel discouraged? Why should the shadows come? And this is for Kate. Why should my heart be lonely and long for heaven and home? When Jesus is my portion, a constant friend is He. His eyes on the sparrow, and I know He watches me. His eyes on the sparrow, and I know He watches me. And I sing because I'm happy. I sing because I'm free, for His eye is on the sparrow, and I know He watches me. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know He watches me. And I sing because I'm happy. I sing because I'm free, for His eye is on the sparrow, and I know He watches me. His eyes on the sparrow, and I know, oh, I know, He watches me. Thank you very much, y'all. How about it for Travis Bishop over there?